An historic moment in our nation's political landscape, the impeachment attempt against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. This event carries immense significance, as impeachment attempts against cabinet members are incredibly rare, with the only previous instance dating back to 1876. The charges leveled against Mayorkas are heavy, accusing him of systemic refusal to comply with the law and a breach of public trust. These charges largely revolve around his handling of undocumented immigrants and border security. This dramatic political move has raised the stakes in an already tense political climate. The impeachment attempt against Mayorkas wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. It was a culmination of events that unfolded over time. This journey began with a rising tide of criticism towards Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, primarily concerning his handling of undocumented immigrants and border security. The Republican-controlled House, dissatisfied with the perceived influx of border arrests, attributed this surge to what they considered lax immigration policies under President Biden's administration. In response to these concerns, bipartisan legislation was introduced in an attempt to tighten border controls. However, the push to impeach Mayorkas didn't lose momentum. The impeachment resolution accused Mayorkas of a systemic refusal to comply with the law and a breach of public trust. Interestingly, this move was not unanimously supported within the Republican Party itself, with at least 4 members voting against the bill. As the impeachment proceedings unfolded, the legal fraternity chimed in, sparking a debate over the validity of the charges against Mayorkas. Some legal experts argued that the accusations did not meet the necessary threshold for impeachment. This opposing viewpoint contributed to the uncertainty around the impeachment attempt's outcome, adding another layer of complexity to an already intricate political landscape. It's important to note that Mayorkas was not passive amidst these developments. He defended his record, acknowledging issues within the immigration system, but arguing that these challenges were not new. This rebuttal, coupled with the divided opinions within the House, provided a backdrop of tension leading up to the impeachment vote. The impeachment attempt, though unsuccessful, was a significant political event that has left its mark. Despite the resolution's failure, it underscores the deep-seated divisions within the political sphere and the ongoing debate about immigration and border security in the United States. The final vote on the impeachment resolution, revealing the deep divisions within the House, came down to the wire. With a razor-thin margin, the resolution to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas was rejected. The final tally stood at 214 in favor to 216 against. A noteworthy aspect of this vote was the break in party lines. 4 Republicans, typically expected to stand united on such matters, crossed the aisle to vote against the bill. On the other hand, the Democrats presented a united front, with every member opposing the impeachment. The lead-up to the vote was fraught with uncertainty. There were whispers and speculation, with some Republicans openly declaring their intent to oppose the resolution. This wasn't a clear-cut case of party loyalty. Instead, it reflected the internal debates and ideological differences within the Republican Party. If the House had voted to impeach Mayorkas, the resolution would have likely met its end in the Democratic-controlled Senate, serving as another testament to the partisan divide that shapes our political landscape. Despite failing, the attempt to impeach Mayorkas has underscored the deep political divide in our nation. It's a stark reminder of the complexities of our political system, where party lines can blur, and unity can fracture under the weight of individual beliefs and interpretations. The impeachment attempt against Mayorkas, though unsuccessful, has brought to light several crucial points. Firstly, it underscores the deep divide within the House, where even some Republicans oppose the resolution. This impeachment attempt was not merely about Mayorkas's handling of immigration and border security, but it also served as a reflection of the broader disagreements over immigration policy within our nation. The narrow defeat of the resolution, with a vote of 214 to 216, reveals a Congress closely split along partisan lines. This event also highlights the challenges of impeachment, a process that requires a high threshold, as legal experts debated whether the charges against Mayorkas met the criteria for impeachment. The attempt to impeach Mayorkas also came at a time when bipartisan legislation aiming to tighten border controls was introduced, suggesting that the issue of border security will continue to be a contentious topic in American politics. Lastly, the impeachment effort, though it ended in failure, still signifies a notable use of this mechanism against a cabinet secretary, something that has only happened once before in 1876. As we move forward, it's crucial to remember these events and consider their impact on our political landscape.